My house, my rules, my pleasure. My house, my rules, my pleasure.
Alright guys, so as you guys seen by my nice intro and this long hair, which I'm in love with, and this hair is so bomb. So this is from Grace Hair, and this is their Brazilian straight hair, and I believe I'm wearing, don't quote me, but I'm almost certain that I'm wearing 4/28 and a 20-inch closure. I do not have a frontal, even though it's really flat. They did not have a matching frontal, so I opted to do a closure. So usually, as you guys see, I got all my Versace on because I felt like the black Donatella because of how bone straight this hair is. And you guys know I did blonde Versace before. So I wanted to do like a black version of this with all black bone straight hair. And usually my hair isn't this long. And when I do it this long, I love to do it within a side part. And if I do it, just look how it flow though. Yo. And when I usually do it this long, it usually has layers in it. There are not one layer. All this is all straight. So when I was doing my makeup, I was like, what kind of hair, what kind of look could I do with this? Because you guys know I like to theme my look sometimes. And I just felt like this would be very Versace. If Donatella did, well, she does do black hair in the Versace ads, but for majority of them, they're blonde. I think it would look something like this. So I went in my closet and pulled out all of I found my skirt, I found my jacket, I found my belt, I found everything. And decided to go ahead. And it was fun. I really like this. This is some of the butteriest soft hair that I've ever had. Like, ever. And it's really nice. Like, look at the luster. I didn't put nothing in it. This is what it looks like on its own. So, yes, God. Now, as you guys see, it's like a crinkle in here. I was going to originally, the thought about this hair, because it was so long, was in a different direction. I was going to do some crimps. Y'all know I hate crimps. But I went to Sally's to get some caps to make my wigs. And I had brought another wand because I was literally this lazy to find my other one. I just brought a new one. And it came with a free crimper. So I crimped it to see how the hair crimped. And then I straightened it to see how much it would straighten after I did it. Then I did do the curl test on this hair. And it holds a curl beautifully. And I had those long hot dog curls because ain't no layers in my hair. But it actually did hold. And the crimps, I crimped one side. And it was crimped for about 5 days, and then the curls were in for a week, and they both hold. They were both much looser. Well, the crimps wasn't loose at all. They was just, but the curl had actually failed. But for it to have been in that long, it didn't fall very much. Straightening this hair was a breeze. I didn't have much of an issue, and especially when I get straight hair, because this is what its natural state is in. I usually don't have any issues with keeping it straight, but sometimes hair, when it is straight, it doesn't want to stay straight, and this hair was kind of no different. It gave me no issues with straightening it, but I noticed like right here, after a while, I'm gonna have to keep doing this to keep it straight, because it's gonna want to, in the back, it's not gonna want to stay as straight, of course, as the front. But you can solve that with a little bit of hairspray, and you spray it and it'll stay. I didn't want to put major product in this hair because it is so pretty, and I didn't want to lose my flow. When you start putting crazy amounts of product in your hair, it's not going to do this anymore. It's going to be very stiff. No matter how long it is, it's not going to flow. When you throw your hair like this, you want your hair to sit. It's supposed to go back into place like that. If the hair does this of some sort, then you or your stylist didn't put your hair in right. If it does this and it lays back down like it's supposed to, then you did a great job. If it doesn't do that, then you're going to keep doing this. And like I did a video about when I was in the car, and that specific wig that I had on in the car was a light yaki wig, so I had to keep brushing it and combing it throughout the day because it doesn't do this. It likes to get caught and this hair is so silky and it's so fine. As far as shedding goes, I haven't got crazy amounts of shedding. And right now I'm not getting any shedding. And when I received the hair, it was kind of the same thing. Yeah, it's more so like, see, it likes to fall right back into place as like it's supposed to. And when you get straight hair like this, it is this long, be sure to wrap your hair at night. Because if you don't, your hair is so long, like the natural luster in his hair is because this is how it came. Just like this. So you see how it's shiny, but it's not crazy. And you don't want a crazy amount of shine in your hair, especially your straight hair, because it's going to start to look plastic and it's going to look like you got a lot of oil in your hair. Also, do not put lots of oil in your hair when it is straight like this, because all up in here in the front, it's going to start to break apart and it's just going to start looking greasy. So, Gray's hair, popping. This is great hair for a photo shoot. This is great wind hair. I actually have some longer hair coming. Can you believe it? And I'm excited because I'm going to put that to the test to see if it's going to do this. I may layer that hair. I highly doubt if I'm going to wear it like this because I just did this. I already have a wig that does this. The closure, I like the closure a lot. It wasn't hard to put in. I'm just so used to not working with closures anymore. It felt really weird that I could only kind of part my hair right here. If I wanted a side part, I would have to move my wig. I'm so used to just having a free-flowing thing. Now, color-wise, that was my only hang-up with this hair, because I really wanted to bleach this hair to the high heavens and put like a turquoise on it, but I did a strand test and my hair turned very orangey, and it wasn't a nice orange like, oh, it's about to lift and go to like white. It was like, stop, no. So I personally wouldn't bleach this hair. And maybe it's just mine in particular, but it just definitely had a very weird orange hue to it. And I felt like if I bleach it, then it's going to end up not being what I want. And then if I end up frying the hair at the ends, it's just going to look terrible once I review it. So that was kind of my experience with the color wise. It just didn't really work out for me like I wanted it to. But aside from the color, it holds a curl. The shedding is very minimal to none. The flow is popping. And the bundles were pretty full. You know, a lot of times when you get a lot of long hair, the bundles are very short. And these were nice lengthy bundles because I did double the backs. But it is super duper duper flat in the back. So the wefts themselves were actually quite constructed very well. I didn't have issues with fraying or when I cut, because I did cut them, the ends of my tracks, because I wanted it to be as flat as possible. So when I did cut them, I didn't get those, you know, sometimes you cut your wefts and then you end up with a whole bunch of hair just shedding out of it because you cut the bundle. So I didn't deal with that. So they were greatly tied. I believe they were machine tied and not hand tied. They don't look hand tied at all. But just look at the flow. You know, just watch my intro again, y'all, because it's like, you know, and this is what you want when you want bone straight Naomi Campbell realness. You do not want to end up in a situation where your hair is, you have this much hair and it is just, it's going to be a stiff, unattractive, non-flowy mess. When I go out with this hair in public, it flows. When the wind blows, that's kind of the downfall. I feel like Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas right now. Yeah. But yeah, when you know the wind blows, you want your hair to be flowy and you want it to blow too. You do not want your hair to be stiff. And I see too many girls. That's the sad part. See a lot of girls with that issue, and it's like, why is your hair so ridiculously not moving? And you have in about 18 bundles. So again, I have 4 bundles of Brazilian straight with a 28 inch, and then I have a 20 inch, I believe, lace closure. And yes, guys, they did the thing with this one. So make sure you guys click the links below, and make sure y'all watch my intro again. Ow.